This episode of the Closeout Bodyboarding podcast is proudly presented to you by Limited Edition Fins. Shane, I've always wanted to know, what's the big difference between the original Limited Edition fins and the new Silock fins?
Benny, the Silock fins are bigger and wider than the original LE foot pockets. So basically when you try them on, they'll actually be a size up. Silocks fit really well in half sizes to the original fins. So I used to not be able to fit into the larges in the original LE fins, but I fit perfectly into the Silock large. So I just recommend everyone, if you weren't comfortable in the original LEs, go in and try on a new Silocks.
Awesome. Thanks, Shane. Back to you in the studio. Welcome back to the Closeout Bodyboarding podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Benny Oborn. Joining me is my evil sidekick, as always, Shane, a.k.a. the Hairy Man Britain. How are you, buddy? Tell you what, you're looking looking a little bit sweatier than you did this morning. Like the humidity
the moisture is moist. It's most people don't like that word, but it's very moist up here.
You could wring that t-shirt out, mate. You could wring it out. Also, very lucky to have a bit of a special commentary guest joining us from just down the road. Starting to become a bit of a regular on the potty, and a fan favourite.
He's got to do something.
Yeah. More than just a pretty face, Ben.
Everyone obviously recognises that voice pretty clearly. Lackey, how are you, buddy?
Good and great to be here. And I don't think Shano could have nailed that intro anywhere like you could. You just did. Yeah. It felt like I was actually listening to the podcast when he was talking. I was like, I've heard this before.
You got lost in it.
Yeah.
What's been going on? Obviously, you're coming into peak season with lifeguarding. You're now full-time perched up at Burleigh and Currumbin.
He travelled a long way to get here, so you didn't mention that. He's come all the way down the hill.
I was 10 minutes late.
He's still 10 minutes late.
It's just it's harder walking back up, right?
It is. Yeah, no, I've been good. Just working, surfing, same old, not much changes.
You did your requal, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, we do that twice a year, the lifeguard testing stuff.
He's looking fit.
Yeah.
How's the times? You still...
I get through. I blend in. Yeah. I'm not at the front. I'm not at the back. I'm around. I've still got a job.
He's like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Disappearing into the hedge.
Yeah. Pretend I'm not here.
And obviously, but the person in focus for this episode, part of a pretty instrumental family in bodyboarding here, not only on the Gold Coast, but quite renowned throughout bodyboarding circles over the last few decades. Simon Ormerod.
He was laughing at that intro.
A few decades. Jeez, mate. I know,
you still come up in Google searches, put it that way.
I didn't know Google was around back then.
MySpace was. Mate,
mate.
It's been a long time between drinks. What'd you say before? 15 years, you think, since we've seen each other? Can't be that long.
Yeah, I reckon.
Shit.
Yeah, probably.
This is how I met Simo. We ran into each other about 3 months ago.
That's right.
I was up here on holiday, and I went over to the Rainbow Surf Life Saving Club for a dinner and a beer. And I walked up the stairs, and this guy fucking... As soon as I hit the top of the stairs, going over to the bar, this bloke walks up to me and goes, "Oh, mate, great to see you." I'm like, "Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, how you going?"
You didn't get it.
And he goes, shook me hand and everything, and I'm going, "Fuck." And he goes, "Yeah, I can't believe you're here. How good is this?" And I'm like, "What? Yeah, no, yeah, okay, mate." And he goes, "I can't believe Cram is here." That's what he said to me. "I can't believe Cram is here." And I'm like, fuck. And my wife's standing next to me and she just broke out laughing. Because, we've talked about this before. I get it a couple of times. So I said, "Mate, I'm not Cram, sorry." And he fucking wandered off. And then get my beer. I'll go order dinner. Walked over to dinner. This other fucking bloke rocks up to me and goes, "Hey, mate, how are you? Great to see you." And I'm like... And I was already rattled.
You're in the Matrix. What's going on?
What the fuck is going on? And he's like, I'm like, "Oh, good, mate. Hey, yeah, what's going on?" I was like, surely it's not happened twice in the one. And he goes, "No, it's Simo." And I hadn't seen Simo in so long. And I was so used to seeing you, blonde hair, no beard,
Yeah.
all that sort of
fresh
stuff.
cut, yeah.
And all of a sudden it was like, oh, bang.
Yeah.
But it was great to see you.
Yeah.
And we had a great night. You
Yeah, it's
came
good.
over, you had dinner with us
I just
and everything.
invited myself to your table.
That was great, mate. Had a great time.
Free feed?
Yeah.
Free feed? You beauty.
Nah, I didn't.
You
chum
still
in
had a
on
few
food.
credits on the contract. Hadn't expired.
No, it was good. Yeah, it probably was about that long, and I guess a beard probably.
Yeah,
Well,
the
it
beard.
does. It makes a big
I
difference.
thought you were Lackey for a second. You guys are blending into each other.
Yeah.
That was a classic, though. I can definitely see the cream. I see
Oh,
it. So
jeez.
when you explained that to me, I was like, yeah, I see that for sure.
But the reason we've had Lackey in today as well is because you guys have got a long history.
Yeah.
Love-hate relationship, of course.
At
No,
what
never.
age did you guys meet and whereabouts did that, how'd that happen?
Well, it's pretty funny. I think Simo will probably speak about this. But Fingal Caravan Park is where I started to know Simo and Nick and Alex and the family and everything like that from Fingal Caravan Park and just bodyboarding. But it turns out we went to, my memory's horrendous. We went to the same primary school. And Simo always like, no, you used to run through and bash this metal fucking.
He was like the old scary kid when I was at school. It's like, you know how when you're at primary school and someone that's like 2 years older, you seem so old, like you're just like, fuck.
The grade sixes.
Yeah, well, he was one of them.
Yeah.
And him and his little crew, there was this little, I remember him so well from primary school. It's hilarious. And there was this little alleyway through down into the playground, and it had this panel, like a steel sheet panel. And they'd always just run through there, bang, bang, bang. You just hear them coming, and you're just like, "Oh, get out of their way!" And just sort of get out of the way.
Yeah.
So you were part of the original Rat Pack.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember doing that stuff. Pretty funny.
Had his T-Birds leather jacket on and everything.
yeah. Yeah, but that's how. Fingal Caravan Park really is where I met Simo and the family, and and then just the passion for bodyboarding started.
Mate, and obviously still pretty close to this day. You're basically neighbours.
Pretty much,
Yeah, we're always seeing out D-Bar and seeing him hanging over the veranda of Snapper Surf Club.
You occasionally swing by, borrow a cup of sugar, that kind of thing.
None of that. We just kind of see each other around.
Yeah.
You know.
It's one of those things, like, you know, with your good mates, it's just like there was probably periods of time I hadn't seen him for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, but it's
because I
nothing
wasn't
changes.
living right here.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you just say g'day and kick off a conversation, and
It's like
you
Sam
say,
Gray and it's everyone's got it. They just got good mates that it doesn't. Yeah, you're not ringing each other or calling. It's just you just bump into each other and you
Well,
just
there's no
mates
point.
forever.
You never pick up the phone anyway.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I'm horrendous on the phone.
How far apart? You guys live probably 200 metres apart.
Well, now-
But he's only just kind of moved there the last
Is he up
couple of months.
further up the hill or down the hill? Where is he on the scale?
Probably equal.
Ooh.
to be
we're
honest.
about the same on the totem pole there.
Yeah. Sam Gray'd be spewing. He used to claim he was the upper echelon. He used to
was.
live actually like 2 houses up from me
Probably
at
had
D-Bar.
another 10 metres of elevation on you.
Yeah. So he always used to like rave about it, and then he's in fucking China or something now. Where is he? Japan? Tokyo.
Taking a different turn there, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's a character.
So, Simo, you were part of a pretty influential bunch of bodyboarders on the Gold Coast in the kind of early 2000s. Obviously, your brother was, part of that circle. But, mate, you're in most magazines on a monthly basis through Rippy. But before we get into that kind of stuff, to what took you to the peak of your bodyboarding career, mate, let's just go back to the very beginning. Just, give everyone a bit of an introduction to who you are. Because, like a lot of our audience, we've joked about this today, we have about 4 followers. And that's basically us.
Bring this thing back.
Yeah. Back on different platforms. But, there is probably a generation of our listeners that might not know who you are.
Oh, for sure.
Because they're looking at the current generation.
Exactly.
Mate, so, who are you? How old are you? What are you doing?
Well, I'm 42 this year, and sort of in a little phase at the moment. I'm doing... I did sales for like 15 years. Sort of that's kind of what from bodyboarding, that was kind of the career path that I took. And,
With Foxtel or Ozstar, was it?
Started
In the
out with
beginning,
that, and then, sort of just morphed into a bunch of different...
Is that dog door to door at the time?
Originally it was, yeah.
Which is super hard sales. Like that's
it's
how you
hard.
learn. That's how you learn, you know.
Commission only.
Yeah.
You're not getting paid if you don't get...
cold calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually teaches you a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How to take rejection.
Oh, yeah. It's looking back, it's kind of pretty good for you.
How to not get stabbed in Tweed?
Oh, mate, don't worry about Tweed. All over the place.
Yeah.
Some of the west, the towns out west we used to go to were gnarly. Like
right.
Gnarly. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of did the sales thing for 15 years. Had some mixed success there, up and down sort of thing. And the goal really was to use that experience and get into a business and sort of do my own thing. Because I always knew that dudes I was working for were making
a lot more
the cheese and sitting around or playing golf or doing whatever they did. So I was like, well, that's going to be me, And so when was it? 2020? Started actually another mate from the same company that we'd sort of both been in for a decade or so together, had sort of moved on, and he's a real go-getter. And he rang me and said, oh, look, would you be interested in joining forces with me? I've got a couple other people in mind, and do our own thing. I was like, I'd kind of just got out of, nearly over 10 years with this one company. I was kind of in two minds. I didn't know whether I wanted to take that path or sort of go down, like an e-commerce route.
Yep.
You sort of own my own thing and do that thing. But he threw some names out there and some clients and a few things like that, and I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a crack. So
what do you got to lose, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So we did that, and I won't go into too much detail because the business isn't. Short story, the business isn't going anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
You and I had a good conversation.
Yeah.
It was one of those kind of phone scamming schemes, I think, Matt.
It was a solid business. It was a solid customer base.
It was. Yeah. So we were kind of like a bright flame. We sort of just went lit up like a spark, and then kind of lost it all with about the same severity.
Ferocity,
yeah. So because COVID was happening, we sort of took advantage. It sounds terrible, but there was a few different niches which were like really pumping at the time in the hospitality space. So we managed to
capitalize per se.
Jump on a massive client, huge multi-billion dollar company from the US, help them sort of launch over
I thought
here.
you were talking about Shane then for a minute, and then you said the US.
And anyway, yeah, sort of we went from like 4 of us originally. Within 9 months, I think we capped out at like 200 people.
Wow.
Working for us, yeah, which was insane. But it was too much. And I knew I was kind of like waving I was kind of like the logical.
Like it grew too quickly type thing, or?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was kind of waving flags from the rooftops going, whoa,
slow it down a bit.
What are we doing? But it's kind of what the client wanted. And so we kind of had to play this game of like giving them what they want, but also, we were kind of a little bit scared about how quickly it was all happening, excited, but yeah. But anyway, long story short, we, for various reasons, did a couple of years with that company and a couple other companies that weren't quite as big. And we lost that contract in the third year coming up.
Right.
And they put the contract to tender. Big company undercut us, and as they can, because they had 3,000 staff, and
that's business.
Yeah, exactly. And we kind of had to shut it all down overnight because we just didn't have the funds to keep everyone going.
Yep.
With that amount of people, I think by that time it was probably 100 staff.
That's still a big team.
That was in the US, Canada, and here. So we're all over the place. And then that kind of cooked me after that. I was like, no, because there was, and we spoke about this at dinner that night. There was obviously a lot of, within that pressure cooker, there's a lot of tension, and people have ideas and you don't always agree. And
of course,
it's got pretty intense, the prospect of what it might be, and then the prospect of losing everything, and people making decisions on your behalf, and just, you know, all the crazy stuff that comes with business.
With business, yep.
Yeah, especially with mates, because you know, one of my mates was kind of like the head guy, and so once that was done, I was like, I just need a break from this world, you know. Just that world just cooked me, you know, especially dealing with, you know, just people, not my sort of people, you know what I mean. You're dealing with, you know, these corporate big leagues. You know, you're on these calls every day, and you're trying to put on this bit of a facade, and like, I could talk the talk, but, you know, it's just, I was like, I don't really want to do this. Like, it wasn't really that fun towards the end. So
what are you doing now?
Mate, I'm just on the tools at the moment.
Nice.
So I was like, I just got to do something that I can go home at the end of the day and just wash the day off and go for a surf or take the pooch for a walk.
So when you say tools, mate, be specific.
Doing irrigation at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, mate of mine.
Out in the sun.
Yeah, it was a bit intense today, actually.
Yeah, it was mental.
Super intense, yeah, that humidity. But, down at the local golf course.
Tweed, Coolangatta?
Tweed, Cooley, yeah.
Who's your boss down there?
Well, we're a little, you know, we're a little contractor group.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
so
okay, cool.
We're not.
I think it's is it Peter Lonergan, I think.
He's the super down there, yeah. Mm.
Good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way, okay.
I'll face his grass.
I'm sure he does. But anyway, it's going good. It's just a good little break, kind of. You know, it's almost like a holiday job.
Nice.
Yeah, and it allows me to, because, you know, as I was saying before, I was kind of at a fork in the road where I wanted to do my own thing. I took that route. It didn't work, and then the other route that I wanted to take was e-com, and because I'd seen success from other people around me, I was like, geez, like, that seems like a pretty exciting little world, that if you can get into it. And so I do that now as well. I've got a little e-com business on the side as well. So kind of
hustle.
Yeah, well, you've got to have a hustle like these days. Yeah, so,
unless you're a lifeguard. Not much hustle.
but that's
He's also a property mogul.
But I agree with what Simo's saying there. It's good when you got a job where you rock up at 8, leave at 5, and switch off
mentally. Yep.
It's not 24/7. It's just you rock up, do your job, and then walk away. And it's kind of, I like to have a job where you can just switch off, and when you're not on, you're not on.
Oh mate, running your own business is
but also, like he said, he's got that thing ticking over, and that's like good mentally. You know, just a challenge.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, I personally couldn't just lock into a 9 to 5 and just be content with that. That's just not. Yep. I've always, and that's why I like sales, because there was unlimited upside. Like, it was like, well, if you want to make more money, just do better. Yeah. Like, you know, and you can't
do better.
Hashtag do better.
Do better.
It's up on the whiteboard, Simo. It's our motto.
Wow.
Yep.
There you go. Didn't say that. But, you know, like, you can't do that in most jobs. You work your hours, you get paid for your hours.
If you work for someone, you're very limited in what you can do.
Yeah, that's right. So without that sort of prospect of more, I kind of go a bit insane. So, I'll just keep ticking away at the e-com, and hopefully I can turn that into more of a full-time thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. So that's me.
Take us back to sort of the beginning with, you've got 2 well-known brothers as well as yourself.
Who are they? Never heard of
Nick and Alex. So, give us a bit of a heads up, sort of where you guys all started and got into bodyboarding.
Yeah, geez. So we...
where did you grow up? Was it in Kingy?
No.
Chinderah?
No, we grew up north, sort of on the outskirts of Brizzy.
Cool. So when did you get down this way?
When I was about 15.
Okay, right.
So that's where we... So like
you guys were in Brizzy together?
Yeah. Went to the same primary school.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to me. And then, and then our parents got...
We're all holidaying at Fingal.
Well, they got permanent caravans at Fingal.
Because we lived up there and we freaking hated it.
Yeah.
You know, and my dad's a surfer too. You know, my parents are beach people, but his work was in Brisbane. So
weird little question to go off diverse before that, because you brought up your dad. I was with Mick Parkhill down at Byron.
Yeah.
And we went for a walk up to Lighthouse, and he said your dad developed a lot of Wadigos. Is that right? No. His
parents and my grandparents owned one of the first houses there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of
Park
the
Hill and his tall
development.
stories.
Yeah.
So, it's still there. Dad's not there anymore. So they've passed on. And he's, he did live there for about, probably 10 years.
Yeah. 5
to 10 years. Yeah. And he sold that a couple of years ago.
Right.
Mm.
And Mick was trying to point it out. It was like 2nd Street back, but right up the headland. Is that right?
Like it's like when you're at the lighthouse, you look down, it's almost directly under you when you're looking down from the lighthouse down into
Jeez, that's
into
some
the
prime
valley.
real estate, isn't it?
Mate, yeah. We were spewing when they sold it, but I mean, it's just there was a bunch of reasons why.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the same place it used to be. Like
Definitely not.
Nah, like we
Jesus.
It's
grew up.
crazy walking around there.
Yeah, we sort of, as kids, you know, we grew up there. Like, we stayed at our grandparents all the time.
Yep.
You know, most weekends we're down there as little kids. And, you know, all the holidays and stuff, we're always down there. And back then it was just this really, especially that Waddigo's Loop, was just a really friendly little, you know, there was lots of families and it was such a cool little spot. But, it's just megalomaniacs in there now. It's just it's just a big dick contest. Who can build the biggest house? And like, you know, Dad told me some stories about some of the neighbours. It's just mind blowing.
Mm.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, they just the conversations are all just
Wealth based, probably.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, so the vibe definitely went downhill.
Yep.
And it's been a construction site for probably the last 5 years, probably will be for another 5 years.
Yeah, they're still going.
It's no different to where we are right now in Cooley.
No, true, but, you know, that's pretty – it's supposed to be a quiet little spot. It's definitely not. So, and just the traffic, it was just becoming like a pretty hard place to live. So, they were over it. I never thought I'd see the day when my dad was over, didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And, that's what it came to. So,
Hectic.
see you later.
Yeah. So you all had a pretty close, like, between Fingal and Waddigo's.
Yep.
It was very ocean-based.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So, as I was saying, we were sort of based up in Springwood, Brizzy, but we just hated it. You know, we'd sort of, every weekend without fail, we'd sort of be down. We had a permanent site down at Fingal, and as you know, as Lucky was saying, that's kind of where we met. And I actually started on a surfboard when I was 8.
Yep.
Yeah. So because that's what Dad did.
That's what Dad. Yeah.
Yeah. And he sort of got me under his wing and kind of started getting okay. You know, probably by the time I was like 10, 11, for a 10, 11-year-old, it wasn't too bad. And I lost my board one time. We were driving down the old
Came off the roof.
the old Ocky
The
straps.
Ocky strap
and-
snapped.
Yeah. And anyways, we were at Byron, and the wreck had these perfect, like, little. It seemed big when I was 12.
3 foot.
Yeah, but
Barrels.
just these perfect. You've probably seen it there. Just perfect.
They're the
pits.
postcards you get at the gift shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And I didn't have a surfboard, and Nick had a bodyboard because he'd only recently got a bodyboard, and I just he was just pulling into these pits. I was like, wow, that looks amazing. Like, I've never, I was 10, 11. I'd probably never really had a barrel standing up on a surfboard, and he's just getting one every wave. And I'm like, that looks freaking amazing. I was like, I want one of them. So we literally drove down to I think it was Mad Dog, the surf shop there on the way in.
Down near the industrial estate, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's still there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Mad Dog, it's Affection now.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and went and got a boogie, and that was it. Started getting tubed from day one.
You-
Although I was Pat Cadwell to start
No
off.
way.
Yeah. I couldn't get my head around the
physics.
Yeah.
I was doing the old Pat Cadwell instead. Got some funny old photos of that. Yeah.
So, mate, give us a bit of a break. Like, again, you got 2 siblings. Like, you're the oldest.
Mm.
Yep. Middle is
Nick.
and then what's the age gap between the 3 of you?
So Nick's 2 years younger than me, and then Alex is 3 years younger than Nick. So, 5 years between me and Al.
Yeah, gotcha.
Mm. He's the most grown up of us all. He's the one that's sort of got
His shit together.
settled
So he's
first, and he's got a couple of awesome little girls and a wife, and he's moving on to his second house, and he's done pretty well with life.
yeah, epic.
Yeah, I'm the big brother that just didn't really get there. Well, I just didn't take that path.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Mate, you're still pretty, mate, early 40s. Still got a long life ahead of you, buddy.
Oh, no, I'm very content with the way things are, yeah. Loving life.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you started bodyboarding, kind of Fingal, heading down to Byron. What was your motivation to kind of carry on with bodyboarding? Like, again, I'm sure there was probably an opportunity for you to segue back onto a stand-up. Did you still stand up, but then...
Nah, I kind of went cold turkey. I was just like sold. As soon as I knew I could get barreled like almost every wave, I was like, I'm into this. I really liked it. And pretty quickly, Nick and I started forming this little like competition. Well, not
brotherly contest.
Yeah, just there was definitely some friendly competition there, and sometimes not so friendly. But yeah, we just kind of fueled each other, and definitely this guy had a lot to do with it as well. Like, so when we were at Fingal every weekend, we'd see this guy run past with his long hair and his freaking board is hanging halfway down his ass. He'd surfing like 3-4 times a day. It was insane, but he used to prone a lot back then too. And
it's coming full circle, mate. You're proning a lot now.
Yeah, but yeah, he's pretty good proner back in the day. Doing ARSs and those weird flippy
I think
things.
There's a few little kind of bonus clips in some of the Nomad films. The end of the section of you going prone, throwing a couple of ARSs and whatnot.
Yeah, I just like to get barreled.
Yep,
that's it.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, with Simo, early on, we came like a bit of a team, eh? It was like me, Nick, and Simon, and we'd always. It was funny because back then, South Beach Fingal wasn't really too popular, I guess.
Not at all.
And we just always...
Probably a lot, it's not super easy to access, but less accessible back then.
I think I spoke about it in this other podcast we did, but it was always looked at as like the dangerous place. Like, don't go there. There's, no one goes over there. And so we'd be like, let's go. And we'd always be over there. And then, and I just remember not one session, but in particular, in front of the caravan park, you got the island out the back, and it would come in, and we used to call it the peaks, and it was just these perfect little A-frames. And I remember we used to film it.
Yep.
And it'd be me, Nick, and Simon, and maybe we took turns filming, or maybe your dad filmed, or someone filmed.
Dad filmed a lot of it.
And it was like, it was so old school, and we were just getting these like sick little pits, and they used to wear gaff helmets back in the day.
Mum wouldn't let us go out there without them.
Yeah,
safety first.
So they used to wear the helmets, and then and that was it, and it was just. Yeah, it was like a little team, and we didn't know what we were doing. Like, we didn't know where we were headed in the bodyboard world, but we were just like, we just loved it, just passionate about it. And I'll let fucking Simon speak. But one thing I do remember was when you got the very first Mez board.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was in Riptide. You could
the custom forms.
The custom forms, and it was probably one of the first. It would have been the first
first run
of Mez boards, and Simo got one, and it was so sick.
Yeah,
it was just like, it was
a piece of art, really.
Yeah, it was. Yep. Well, I know. I just didn't.
How did you come up with a template? So how old were you then? Like 15?
Yeah, probably
younger.
14.
And you've come up with custom specs after probably not having a lot of other boards to use as a true template.
Did a fair bit of research. I just went deep and kind of I kind of just looked at who the riders were that I liked and what sort of boards they were riding, and just pieced it together from there. Just obviously back in the day, you used to get these board guides. I mean, all throughout the whole
career of Rippy, they had them. Yep.
Yeah, you get the board guides with all the dimensions and stuff, and I'd sort of just look at what sort of size and scale it accordingly, and came up with. Yeah, sick. It was so good. It was like Christmas Day that day. It was just like, wow, this thing, it was such a nice board.
How much was a custom board back then?
Like 320, 3 something.
Yeah.
But it was like...
Which is a lot of money.
And it was the first...
Yeah, first of its type, kind of thing.
Yeah, well,
no one else was doing
then
custom.
there wasn't really people doing stringers before then, no.
Nah.
They weren't.
Yeah.
So, and it was white. It was... Like looking back, probably not the best choice. It was white with an orange slick.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you put up to the sun.
You can see the
see
stringer.
the stringer.
Stringer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like, how sick's that?
But yeah, remember we used
But
to.
no one had stringers before then. It was,
Yeah, so that point sticks out because then I ended up getting a drop knee mez board because you could pick prone or drop knee, and that was for me. That was when I decided
To go DK.
I'm going to go a mez board, but I got to work out what I want to do here. Do I want to be a full drop knee or whatever? And then I went to I got the mez drop knee board. But what I was going to say is, when we were young, we were just so into bodyboarding, and we'd go in the caravan. Remember, we'd just like sit in the caravan annex and watch the videos, DVDs.
over and over.
Just like it was just
They
on
weren't even
repeat.
DVD,
Yeah,
they were
VHS station.
Yeah, VHS. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
And you'd watch them so much that there'd be sections that you just couldn't even watch anymore.
Yeah.
It just
Just
wig
start
out.
scratching
Like
out. Yeah,
warp, like all the old
from
stroke
rewinding.
Yeah,
fast forward,
yeah, all the old stroke
Yeah.
bits like warp.
And 50-50.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
And Matt, was
yeah.
Al just a little bit too young at this stage? Was he kind of
Yeah.
not into it?
Yeah, he was kind of like I say, he was like 5 years younger than me.
Yep.
3 years younger than Nick. So yeah, he was just kind of a bit younger and kind of, he'd be off playing on his bike while we're surfing. He kind of had his own little friends, including like
My
his sister. Yeah.
Yep.
They were
And-
good friends.
And so he kind of just
Did his own
had
thing?
his own little crew. Yeah. And
Al's world.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. But that's kind of where it started, and from there, there was no point where you sort of go, oh, I'm gonna do this. So it was just like, we just did it. We just loved it, and got to the point where we're doing club comps, and then we're doing
QABs
state
and that.
rounds, and then you sort of, then Marty Tillmans takes a photo of you at D-Bar, and you get a phone call, and mate, I've got some photos. Just that slow progression
Yep.
of it, and it was probably Matt. He's obviously
Tell you what, mate,
Couple
you're getting
years.
a fair bit of praise. Not compared to the last
Yeah, but
two.
we were like just a full
That's the only
crew.
reason he turned up.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
Have his
Accolades.
ego straight.
Yeah,
we're only
yeah.
early in the podcast.
Yeah.
There's time to turn around.
Yeah. No, we were just such a tight little crew, and yeah, we didn't know where we were going. So if anyone was to see, like, my career go wherever, it was Simo and Nick and that, because they were like, we were doing the same thing.
Yep.
On
the same sessions.
Yeah.
And what really changed it for us, I think, was you did that first trip to the Solomons. Remember?
Yes. Yep.
I don't know how that happened. Did you just get a call up, or how did that actually happen?
That was so yeah, that all snowballed when I did. How did that happen? Yeah, I think I just got the phone call. And yeah, just got the phone call.
Yeah, got the call. And anyway, so all of a sudden, our best mates going on a photo trip for Riptide, and we were just blown away. We're like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah, it was like a really big thing.
yeah, and you guys, scored some pretty sick waves and
Yeah.
some good shots, and
Solomon's doesn't seem to really pop up on surf trip radar these days,
No,
does
it's
it?
sick though. There's spots there,
for sure.
but yeah.
Everything overshadowed by Bali and Indo, right?
Probably one of those. You got to be there. It's probably like more of a hit and run.
Yeah,
mission,
you'd
so
have to be so dialed in.
Yeah,
Which is something you became very good at in terms of surf trips, which we'll talk about a little bit later on.
Yeah, but yeah, that just I guess just seeing Matt just kind of he was always again like a couple of years in front of us. He got that Riptide trip, and that made us think, well, fuck, if he can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But and then you started doing Hawaii trips. I think you went there a couple of years before we did, and you were just like onto us. Like you're like, you got to go to Hawaii. Like that was he's like drumming it into us by this point.
So before you even got to that moment, obviously you looked up to Matt for inspiration. I mean, you got a pretty big circle of other talented bodyboarders on the Gold Coast at that time. Like who else was part of your Rat Pack?
Sam Gray,
Sanger,
yeah, Sanger.
Deethy, when did Deethy come into the mix?
Steve Deethy's the OG.
Yeah.
I've known him since I was like 2 years old.
The original Reef Chief.
Deethy.
Yeah.
There you
go.
No, he's probably the most, during that time, he was probably the most keen and dedicated dude. Like he's just the most solid guy ever, Deethy.
And humble.
Oh, so too humble.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to, mate,
Pipe up.
Yeah, exactly. But no, we actually, I'll tell a story a bit later, but yeah, we known each other for probably, since I was 2.
Yep.
Like literally before I knew my own brother, he was like my best mate, so, and he'd kick with us, sanger, just all that, just there was a D-bar pack. Like I'm not going to name.
You had a good crew.
Like there's literally dozens of these guys. But he, Lucky, Sanger, myself, Nick, and you had Byron.
Yeah, Byron.
I could just list a really long list. I'm not going to do that, but D-bar was such a hot spot, hey, back in the day.
It was so different. Like you would go there every morning. There'd be everyone would park in the cul-de-sac, and everyone would hang out. Everyone would surf.
Yeah, it was sick.
There's just none of that anymore these days. It's
not
like
at all.
Lost that.
Not at all.
Yeah,
just fucking chaos.
Why do you reckon that changed? Because, like I used to do all my trips up here, and every year, bump into you guys. I wouldn't ever have to ring you. Just rock in, see Alex shooting photos. What changed, you reckon? What's changed now?
I don't know.
Because still all the schools are in the area, so it's still all kids.
Just there was so much momentum. I think when the mags were around, there was just, again, it's probably like another flow on from what I'm explaining with Matt. Like the same thing. There was heaps of guys at D-Bar that were getting coverage and stuff. So I think it was just
Riptide had state news, which was a big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone that was like your entry into kind of moving your way up that media scale.
Yeah.
Like
and then you could say, I know that guy, he's getting this.
It's
that's something for me to aim for.
That's who you surround yourself. You surround yourself with that group, and that's just what you become. It's and it was such a, like looking back, it was such a high level back then. Like,
there was so much potential out at D-Bar. Yeah, that's what I reckon it was. It just felt like there was so much potential, and if you were one of those guys that was kind of doing well out at D-Bar, take
it
snowball.
Yeah.
How did sponsorship start for you?
How many stickers per week did you get?
I actually got free boards off the bat. I was stoked.
Damn.
It was with Custom X.
Nice.
Yeah, and Slug, Adrian Heibner.
Yep.
I don't know. I think he might have just been down at the beach at like a club round or something, and he just kind of introduced himself. And I think my memory's not that great, but that kind of rings a bell.
Yeah.
But anyway, it just came out of the blue. I didn't know him before that, and I think there was another dude that was working for him or with him, Paul Hawkins. Remember that guy? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah. He used to be out D-Bar a lot, and he had something to do with it. I think he might have been the middleman. And
the conduit, yep.
And
Looked
then,
it all up.
sort of got invited around one day, and he sort of put a contract in my face, and I was like, oh, wow, free bodyboards. No way. Custom X, it was a big, Custom X is a big brand. I was pretty stoked. And then I'd sort of been hooked up with some wetsuits from the local...
Alita?
Nah, Fox.
Fox, right.
Sweaties, yeah. Yeah, everyone had Fox sweaties around here back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah. Geez, they were pretty garbage though, like thinking back.
You're a big fan of the Short John, right?
Yeah, I did like a Short John. Bit of flex. I think that's because they were so freaking
stiff.
You couldn't move.
Yeah.
You could not move in those things. So
no GBS seams on those things, mate. Flat stitching all the way.
Nah, and there was like a straitjacket almost. Yeah, so I used to like a bit of freedom. That was kind of where it all started. Just a couple. Yeah.
So Custom X has got you covered with boards. Fox has got you covered with some rubber.
Yep.
Who else? Obviously, later down the track, BSC came.
Yep.
Did you change from Custom X, or was it always with Custom X?
No. Well, I did, yeah. So,
so obviously, this is a very loaded question, and we're going to start talking about your pro model with Custom X at some stage.
Righto.
Yep.
Yeah. No, there was a bit of a gap there, I think.
Because that was with Slug, and then there was a gap, and then we took it on. And
no. And then so there was Custom X, and then I started to sort of go to Hawaii and stuff and get a bit of coverage there and sort of look at something a bit more serious. And I think I can't remember how it happened, but somehow got involved with Tully.
Yep.
in WA with Function.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, so long ago. I can't tell you the intimate details, but yeah, we.
So Tully started doing some custom boards for you.
Yeah, so that's really what I wanted. I wanted a sponsor where I could really control,
refine your craft.
Yeah,
Yep.
get in there and sort of really control what sort of board I was getting. And by that point, as I said, I'd sort of been starting to get some coverage, and he pitched the idea of a pro model, and I was like, yeah, blown away to do that. And it was, there was guys like Whitey and Chad Jackson and, some pretty big names in the sport back then. And I was just, for me, it was perfect because I had that ability to change. I didn't have to ride someone else's stock board. I didn't have to ride, you know what I mean? It was my thing yours. That I could do, yeah. Yep. And Tully was, he was a bit of a craftsman. He sort of, he had come, I think he'd come from making teeth, didn't he, or something?
I'm not exactly sure.
What's that profession called where you make teeth?
The dentures and...
Yeah. So, he was a pretty...
very detailed.
Detail-oriented dude. Yeah, exactly. He was a smart guy. And he sort of brought that sort of detail across to bodyboarding, which was cool. Yeah, and then that was I think I was with them for 2-3 years before I spoke to you guys.
Yeah, we took on the distributorship for Custom X.
That's right.
Yeah.
Came back around to Custom X.
Onto the big one.
Yeah.
And again, obviously at that time you basically joined the Super Force team, which was BSC. That by that stage established themselves pretty firmly here on the Goldie, in the main street of Cooley. Basically the who's who of definitely this end of the Goldie was on that team.
Yep.
There was Lackey, there's Winnie.
Did you ever ride for Inverted?
I did, yeah. I was going to say there was before BSC. Yep. Actually, and I used to work there a little bit as well back in the day.
Inverted.
Yeah.
When Kiowa the
Danny.
Or was
Danny.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Down in front of next to the Maccas there at North Burley.
Yep.
I didn't work there much, but yeah. But yeah, that was before BSC.
Sounds like Lackey at BSC. He didn't work there much.
Yeah, reluctantly.
What was that story you were telling? How you freaked out with the teller or something? You just gave him some money, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I used to tell people.
Just take that.
I didn't know how to work the cash register. So these people would want to come in, and I wouldn't know what to do, and then I'd pretty much talk them out of it. Look, don't bother. I'd turn these sales away because I didn't know how to do it.
Classic.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the rest of BSC is history.
Yeah, Parkhill wants to know why his business failed.
Yeah, so I wasn't good for business, so I didn't last long.
Oh, jeez.
Did you end up working in the front waving a board around or something?
Those Domino pizza guys.
I remember that he used to hire these foam boards too, and it used to be this absolute rigmarole for these people to hire the boards.
Hire form, yep.
Yeah, I never did that.
Old school, he was still swiping credit cards with the ink layer.
Yeah. Oh my God, I just took their $20 and they got the board and it went in my pocket. And
the board never came.
Yeah. Where the board in? I don't know.
Cheapest board I ever bought.
Yeah.
But mate, then you obviously ended up with a pro model with Custom X as well. We've kind of skipped a bit as well, but we'll go back.
But we need to talk about the Custom X model because it's Benny's pride.
I'm a bit of a collector.
I heard this.
But not in the vintage sense that the rest of that old school generation. Like I'm not hunting down banana Max 7s or anything like that.
Yeah.
I kind of collect boards that were kind of influential to me when I was kind of really heavily involved. And you and I were housemates for a while.
We were, yeah.
And yeah, mate, which for me, like that was like, fuck, I was living with a pro bodyboard. That was pretty sick. Every kid's dream. And you, like, you were such a good housemate. I remember like the first week or something you moved in, because, I was just surfing D-Bar and Coogin. I hadn't really kind of done many other trips. And one day you were like, mate, you want to come for a wave? We're going down the south. So it was like, I think me, you, Nick and TM, and we went down to where'd we go? Yamba or something for the day?
Probably.
Might have been Greenpoint or something like that. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just, good times.
Yeah, they were.
But for some reason, I always wanted to have one of your boards, and I think I was just too embarrassed to ask you for it. So to this day, I've been on the hunt.
Okay.
They're as rare as hen's teeth. I cannot find a custom
mate.
X.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
do you have any?
Well, I didn't.
And we're actually not recording a podcast. He's just brought you in here just so he can corner you and say,
Sweat you about
"Give me
a board.
right. I actually did find a couple recently.
No way.
Yeah, because we moved house.
Yep.
So, I just found a little stack.
No way.
Under a pile of stuff in the storage shed.
We'll talk off air about this, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not in the best condition. They've been kind of neglected there for a decade or so, maybe a decade and a half.
Yep.
But they do exist. So,
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They're unicorns, mate. Unicorns.
Yeah. We could probably sort something out.
But
That's cool.
I'm going to go back a little bit. We kind of skipped a question. You're a big part of a pretty influential bodyboarding film, produced, filmed, edited, created, designed by Dave Childs called Australian Made.
Oh, yeah.
And also did some stuff with his instructional one, How To, as well.
Yep.
So how'd that relationship come about? Was that kind of just through bodyboarding networks?
Yeah.
Dave wasn't really located at this part of the coast. He was living up at Varsity.
Yeah, and but before that, he was from down Brunswick way, sort of South Golden area.
Yep.
Yeah, so he kind of mixed with a few of those boys from that area. And
Crashy Benwell, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
that crew?
probably.
Yep.
I mean, those guys were from there. Asher Dolman, Crashy, those guys. And it's a few other younger crew that I don't really know exactly who they were, but he was, and I think he had a brand called 180 or something. He had a little thing going on, but he lived and breathed bodyboarding at that point, and he loved it, and he was really passionate about filming and making edits and making films and stuff as well. So yeah, we sort of just got along really well, and between myself, Nick, and Dave, we sort of used to do a fair bit of filming, just mainly up and down the coast around here. Didn't really do a lot of trips. Yep. But he was just super passionate. He just loved doing it. So that's kind of how that came about.
Yep.
And then he had an idea for just this, because obviously the Australian scene was so strong,
It's booming.
Yeah. He just wanted to really have this all Aussie video, obviously other locations, but yeah, these riders Australian made. So
such an iconic cover to that film as well. Just that cliche, golden triangle, green triangle, but with it basically the inverted silhouette thrown in the mix.
Yeah. No, so that was good times. Yeah, got to sort of get in there and help him with it and chop it all up, and it was fun. Yeah, he did the little, I think it was like wave for wave. Nick and I just going wave for wave on the section.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
I want to ask you about one session that actually MJ was telling me about surfing reef.
Mm-hmm. Coogin Reef?
Yeah.
Just reef.
Okay.
A reef.
Reef, I didn't say
reef.
where. Yeah.
Okay.
That's for you guys to talk about, not for me.
Righto. I'll work out
I'm
the
not
rest
from
of
here.
it.
And probably the best shot Alex has taken of you down there in that session. And
Was that a cover? Didn't you get a cover?
I did, but probably not the same photo you're talking of.
Okay.
Right. And Lackey was out,
Yeah.
and there was a shark sighting.
Oh, yes.
And Lackey was crawling over people,
Yes, he
grabbing them
was. I
back, trying to
remember
get to
this.
shore.
I remember this well.
I got enough friends.
Yeah.
Tell us about, do you remember that
Yeah, I
session?
do. I remember it pretty well, actually. Yeah. The water was, I remember jumping in the water that day, and
Is it basically, there's known to be like a resident
It's
out
just a
there.
sharky
It's just a
area.
sharky
It's got a
spot.
feel
Yeah.
to it,
near a river mouth.
I don't think there's really resident sharks. It's just on the highway, like they just,
Fair enough.
and there's a lot of reef, a lot of fish in that area. It's just a sharky spot, real sharky spot. And I remember that morning jumping in the water super early, and you can't really see, what's going on.
Because the sun hasn't really
that's right.
punctured the water yet.
And so we didn't know that just down the beach there was a freaking massive school of bait. There's like the
Big
size
ball.
of a football field, you know. But we worked that out later. But I jumped in the water, and almost as soon as I jumped in the water that morning, a shark like zipped past like in the shore break, like literally in like knee deep water.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, oh shit, okay, bit of action. And
Wowie.
wasn't like a real big one or anything, so I didn't freak me out. I just was aware that, you know, there was a bit of life in the water.
Yep.
Got out there and it was a pretty fun session. Super groomed and super clear water. Really, really nice. Sort of picturesque day out there.
Good day.
Pretty packed, as it always kind of was.
Yep.
It's like probably 25, 30 guys just on the button there. So, and then,
there was about 6 on the button. Everyone else was to the end. What are you talking about?
You can only fit about 6 on the button there, yeah. But anyway, it was always a bit of like more of a social catch up out there, you know, like all the boys would just be there and just be having a laugh. And every 10 minutes or so, a set had come and we'd just kind of take turns taking waves out there.
Yeah, no one else got any.
And anyway, just out of freaking nowhere, something's got a few of us like something's got our attention, and there was this massive tuna just like porpoising, like jumping
On the run.
Yeah, it was moving and looked scared. And like within about 5 seconds of seeing this thing sort of porpoising, there was just this massive freaking explosion. And you could see the whole, like this shark was a big shark. You could see its dorsal fin like flopping around. It was so big that it had a flop to it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Kind of like that one from Coffs, hey?
Oh, that's Port Macquarie.
Port Mac, yeah.
Yeah. It might not have been quite that big. But
But it had the flop.
But that's what it was doing. But
Yeah.
it was pretty close, man. It was, you could tell it was big because you could see the dorsal and the tail fin, and you could see half of its friggin' girth.
Yeah, because it was coming so hard.
Above the water. You could see, it was like
breaching.
Like a submarine breaching.
Yeah, I think it might have been a white. It was that big and it was black.
Yeah.
Real dark. And it just exploded. And we've all kind of looked at each other. And this dude, he's just like survival mode on his face. It was
Throwing out women and children first.
I just remember
Matt,
this.
explain yourself.
Well, I just remember we're sitting on the peak and we're all just talking shit, and there was no waves, and there's a deep side to the reef.
Yeah.
And I just remember someone said, "Did you see that? Did anyone see that?" And then I just remember turning around and every time up until that, you would see a fin and you go, was that a shark? Was that a dolphin?
Mm.
But this was like, you saw the fin and you saw the tail fin.
Oh.
And so you just knew it was a shark.
Perfect match.
And not only that, it when I seen that, and then it just came at the pack. It was after a fish or whatever it was, but it was going after it so hard that, like Simo was saying, the thing was coming out of the water, and it was, and then it disappeared, and then everything's quiet, and I'm like, see ya. and then it was just, I don't know whose board it was, but I was leveraging off people's boards, like just getting momentum,
mate. He weren't even on the water anymore. He was just on top of people, literally.
Oh man,
he was out of there. The first little lump of water that was catchable, he was on it and left a bunch of people in his wake. Man, it was hilarious.
It was pretty. Yeah, I definitely leveraged off someone's board. And I even think I made someone nosedive on purpose. like I leveraged and then just swamped someone. And but that was gnarly. Yeah, I've never really had that again.
Yeah, that was one of the more vivid, like straight up shark encounters.
Yeah.
It was just like it was big, it was black, it was like right there.
Yeah.
Lots of water moving. And it was just like unquestionable. It's like,
it wasn't like was that a shark? It was like, holy fuck, that's a fucking big shark.
Yeah,
and I mean you're big on fishing as well, right?
Yeah.
So I mean you spend a lot of time in the ocean, so I assume you would have seen a lot more on
seen
boats.
Plenty of creatures out there, for sure. And I think just that knowledge of being a fisher too, you sort of understand what's out there, what's in the water, and you sort of probably have a healthier respect for what's going on. And yeah, I think they're getting around all the time. It's like,
Of course they are.
pretty rare to actually see one up above the surface of the water like that. But yeah, I've seen a couple big ones out Coogin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and out a bit further at the Bommy there, I've seen a couple as well. It's even worse out there because
That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I was kind of leading to before. I remember the first few times I was out at Bommy, like I never saw one there or at Coogin. But yeah, I remember hearing stories from other guys like, I surfed here yesterday and Terry was back again. You're like, oh, yep, cool. And you're like, I'm just going to make the paddle back now. Just
well, that's the thing. You can't catch a wave in. You got to you got to paddle over that massive channel, and it's gross. Yeah, especially when you've seen one and you got to paddle across. Yeah, because it's a good 10-minute paddle back in. Yeah, it's not fun. There was a day out there. There was a guy out there on a paddleboard just paddling around, and he was just out past the takeoff zone
at the back of the Bommy.
Yeah, just floating around on his paddleboard, and he's just freaked out. He goes, holy shit. And then he's like, there's a shark here longer than my paddleboard. He's on a big paddleboard.
Big 9-footer or something, yeah.
Oh, probably a 12-footer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And he reckons the thing was as long as his paddleboard. And we didn't hang around to sort of have a close look.
Prove it.
He wasn't far away, though. He said it was right under him. So, that was a pretty gross paddling. Not real fun. Because you just don't, where is it? It's gone. Yeah.
Back to the Akira Bakery for a debrief, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about another trip you guys did together. Little infamous one between the three of us because we sort of know what went on, but the trip to Brazil.
Brazil.
Forgot about that part. That was epic. Actually, there's an epic photo of Simo with his hand in the air. That'd be a really good one.
Wedge.
That'd be really good to. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get that up.
Yep. And that's fucking iconic.
That didn't seem real at the time.
Oh, mate.
Like it just
it was being out there didn't seem real.
Yeah.
But by that time, what year was that?
I'm going to say 2003
or earlier.
Nah,
it was 6.
It might have been 8.
Yeah, maybe.
It was a bit later. Yeah, it might have been 2008.
I was at BSC at the time. So.
Yeah.
What was our mate the photographer's name?
Ben de Camp.
You'll never forget
Weirdo
that. I know you'll never forget that.
Ben
de Camp.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
He was,
So Lackey's obviously been to Brazil plenty of times. That was your first trip?
Was my first trip. Yeah.
How'd it go?
Tell us about that.
Oh, it was such an eye-opener. It was like just a crazy place. Hey? It's so intense, that place.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the most beautiful, like most spectacular place. Like, the
landscape,
the scenery, the landscape, a lot of other spectacular stuff to look at there. And,
like we said, mate, landscape. Landscape.
And, like we just freaking lucked into like the swell of the 2 decades, I think that was like the biggest swell in 20 years.
Yeah.
So, we had no idea we kind of were going there. Lackey kind of knew what was
relying
there.
on Lackey as your tour guide.
Well, there's heaps of sick wedges and beachies and little slabby reefs and stuff there. And we kind of had a pretty good idea we were going to get swell because it's that time of year. But, mate, just I'd never seen anything like that. Like I'd been to Hawaii a few times by that time and paddling out of that wedge that day, I'd never seen waves like that anywhere. It was freaking insane.
Yeah. I still remember it so clear because Brazil was always looked at as like a fun little beachy kind of place. And I'd seen some pretty sick waves there in my time. Yeah. And I remember saying to Simo, you'll like if we do a trip here, you'll fucking I think I was there for some reason with Gabby. Yeah. And then the movement had organised for Simo and Ben de Camp to come down and we were going to do a trip. Right. And I was saying to Simo, like it's going to be fun at least. We're going to have a ball. And then anyway, we were scoring the wedges. And then I remember waking up that morning and we checked in Panema and it was massive. Yeah. But it was kind of it might have been the wind was a bit sus. So I was like, let's go check this Copacabana. But I know where someone will be offshore. It's this place called Lemmy. I'd only surfed it when it was small, but let's roll the dice. At least the wind will be clean.
And this is the wedge.
Yeah. So we're in this little white taxi thing that goes along and, there's all little coconut trees and next minute we're going past Copacabana and it's like massive. I'm like, fuck, it's fucking pretty big.
Just top to bottom closeouts, like heapy closeouts.
Yeah, death slabs. But it's kind of a bit onshore because the beach bends. And then I just remember, I'll never forget it. We're sitting there and then I remember, it was me or you, I can't remember. It's like, fuck, did you see that? It was just this cave of a pit down off the wedge. And I'm like, holy fuck.
And is that a rock wall or is it a man-made rock wall or is it
It's a massive headland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big,
right.
just big bulbous headland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just in Brazil, it's just this weird like rock slate that runs in and the wedges just form perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was just fucking psycho.
Yeah.
So-
the lifeguards had the beach closed, didn't they? Remember they
Yeah, they
told us not
laughed
to
at us.
paddle out?
Yeah, they were just thinking, oh, yeah, good on you. And then
You're dead.
and then I just in my head I was just like, fuck, we just got to go
Got to
out.
get the shot.
We just
Well, you can't not.
You can't
It
not.
was
Yeah.
freaking. It was just massive wedges, but I mean, it was like that one photo is a bit deceiving because it just looks like perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of them were just going into a big death slab closeout, and it's pretty hard to pick them out there. It was like, and there's no channel. If you catch a wave, you're just in the zone there and scrambling. I remember a couple of times scrambling back out, just being fucking just shitting
Terrified.
myself. Yeah, because these things are just looming. You could see them out on the horizon. Fuck, it was big.
You almost wish you could have that day again
Oh,
to a
yeah.
degree because it's like we were so like shock and awed
Yeah.
that it was like
Surreal.
it was surreal. It was so fucking big.
And how'd you go getting waves? Because from my memory,
I think I only got one or two.
there's not a
I
lot
lost
of
a fin.
photos
No,
from
there's
that trip.
not.
Like, not a lot of surf shots from that.
No.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
a couple of reasons for that.
Yeah.
I understand why. But we'll get to that.
No. Old mate Ben was never taking photos.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And he's just, oh man.
He was paid for the
It was
trip.
there was a bit of a debacle, I remember, post trip.
Yeah, unique character.
But even I think movement were pretty off it, and
Yeah.
Well,
Just,
so they should be.
yeah,
I think I paid him.
yeah,
I think I paid him to go.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
It was a.
I think movement picked him, but I paid him to
Oh,
go.
if we had done the same trip with Toinsy or someone like,
Another
it just
story.
would have been a completely different trip. Yeah, unfortunately, but because we did, it wasn't just that day. We got heaps of good waves.
Yeah. Ichikachiara.
Yeah,
It was really fun.
We got that big too. Remember?
Yeah.
We got that like 8
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That day.
And
Yeah,
then
the reason I remember he went was because he's an American, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was cheaper to get him to Brazil
gotcha.
than it was to send someone from Australia because it's obviously expensive from Australia to Brazil.
Yeah. Yep.
But
Yeah.
poor decision making really.
It was one of those really, to do such a potentially iconic trip.
Yeah.
And sort of walk away, like you say, with, not that much material was pretty heartbreaking because,
Yeah.
the conditions were just insane and just didn't come together. But that particular session, it wasn't, I probably caught like 4 waves. It was, like I said, it was 90% closeouts, and then you just get these odd, like that one. I've got my hand up.
Yep.
We just weren't in position. Like we were scratching,
I was shitting myself.
scratching under it. Yeah,
Yeah.
just bounced off the headland, and this thing just went, just lurched. It was,
It kind of it kind of reminds me of a more recent kind of photo that was captured in Hawaii. Remember there was that wave at Pipe of GT a few years
Yes.
back where there was that
The flare.
the flare.
Yeah.
It's got like a little bit of a similarity to that, just that it almost looks unbelievable.
I remember seeing one. You'll remember the exact wave. We were both. It wasn't that one. It was another one. We were both paddling over the shoulder, and this. I'm not kidding you. Like there was whitewashes coming off the headland that were like 6 foot.
Yeah.
Like, they were as big as that wall, and coming into like a 12-foot lump of water, and just doing this. Do you remember that one that hit the apex at the perfect time?
Yeah.
And it just threw.
Oh.
This thing just threw. I've never seen anything like it. You could have driven a bus through it. It was insane. And we were just screaming. We were just on the shoulder.
Yeah. That's why you wish you had the day again because it was so like, it was just daunting. you know,
we didn't know where to sit.
Yeah, exactly. We were all
just
new to us, you know.
we were freaking out a bit.
And yeah, but that's such an iconic photo because you see it get around and you know, you see it everywhere.
Yeah. It has lived on that one.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because you see it gets posted and that, and then it's kind of cool because you know it's like I'm fearing for my life, and Simo's got his hand in the air, and it's just like, I wonder if it's ever got like that again. It probably would have. It would have, but I mean,
I don't reckon.
Yeah,
because I've seen there was I saw there was like a round of photos from like another swell there, like maybe 5, 6. Might be longer than that, like a few years ago.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of comparing it. Yeah. And I was looking at it going, it's nowhere near as big. Like it's like not even close.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's kind of like that other swell. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah. and to actually, it's pretty funny though. When we first got there was actually 2 guys way out the back. Remember that? And they were shitting themselves.
Yeah.
And they made it out. Then we went out, and then actually a couple of Brazilian bodyboarders came out right towards the end.
Yeah, yeah.
And then,
it is one of those sessions I wish I had again. But I think what ended it for me is I got blasted. I tried to hit a section on a smaller one, like just try to catch a smaller one with a ramp on it. It was still a frigging big wedge. I think it was like 8 foot, and I got so squashed in the V. I just mistimed it. Didn't work out. Got squashed in the V and ripped both my fins off. Snapped my leash.
Fin savers on at the time, so it worked like anchors.
I just got completely blasted, and pretty much got washed up on the beach. And lucky had sort of gone in, and it wasn't very drop knee friendly at all.
No,
and I was just like.
The look on his face says it all. He's flashbacks.
Lucky looks bewildered now.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like a Vietnam vet.
Yeah. I've never experienced anything like it. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of it. But cool to experience, cool to see it, and be out there and just be in that power, And especially when there's no you can be on a reef pass and just sit there and just watch it. But when you're in the mix and there's nowhere, there's no safe place.
And we'd never, we'd never surfed it before, so we were just like, is this normal?
It's kind of like, I guess like people, have these horror stories out Porto and stuff. Like we sort of, kind of gave me those sorts of feelings where you sort of, there's nowhere really to go. Like, just gotta,
still suffering PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a good trip.
Can I ask you how that trip ended? Because from memory, you had a
couple other things went down.
You had a weird experience.
I did have, So Lucky, you left.
I left about a week earlier or something like that.
So
that was kind of you.
Lucky left. Ben
Places
left.
to be.
I was left there solo.
Yep.
And
so DeCamp had gone home as well.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. So it was just me.
He decamped.
Just cruising.
And I didn't speak I might have spoke 5 words of Portuguese.
That Lackey taught you?
Yeah,
which probably
much.
weren't irrelevant.
Which rhymed yeah.
They were meant for a certain demographic, I'm sure.
So, it was weird. It was such a weird thing because I would just be sort of cruising around and spending whole days just not talking to people. It was such a weird thing. I couldn't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
So what I would do sort of every night, just because I wanted to go talk to someone. I was in Brazil. I'm like, fuck, I've got to go and
be amongst people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a little gringo bar just down the road from where they called it a gringo bar. It's not what it was called, but that's what the locals called it. Yeah. So just down the road from our accommodation. And I knew if I went there, I could at least speak English to someone.
Yep.
And just sort of see where it takes us from there. So I was sort of got into a little routine of doing this. And I think it might have been my 3rd night or so, going down to the gringo bar. I thought, walk in and just strike up a conversation with someone. There was a dude in there. I think he's like a Swedish guy or something. Anyway, he was by himself. I'm like, just, grabbed a beer and started chatting. And anyway, kind of we're like, let's go out and, go to a couple of clubs down here and this and that. He could speak pretty good English, so we were both on the same program. And then these couple of chicks just came and sat on the table. Kind of just invited themselves over, and we're all for it. We're like, yeah, sweet. And
game on.
Anyway,
You were ready to throw out those few catchphrases Lackey had taught you, haven't you? You're like, hey.
my shocking Portuguese. No, anyway, we're like, oh, yeah, cool, couple of local chicks. They'll know what's going on. They'll sort of lead us in the right direction. And anyway, they're like, oh, and looking back to it, it did seem kind of like almost rehearsed, like the way that they were acting.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway, they're like, oh, it's such and such's birthday today. We're going to celebrate and blah, blah. I was like, yeah, sick. So they gave us...
Drink up.
Yeah, so we were well and truly drinking by then, but they gave us a bit of birthday cake.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't remember seeing them eat any, but we both had a big piece of this cake. And almost immediately after that, they're like, oh, let's get out of here. We're going to go down to our friends club down the strip. So we're like, yeah, sounds good. And yeah, we get about halfway there, and I just start
tripping.
The world
balls.
around me just starts I'm tripping, fully tripping. And I've looked at old mate, and I could see him kind of acting weird too. I'm like, oh no. I looked at him, and he's kind of, I've like looked at him, and he's kind of looked at me, and I'm like, wait, you feel all right? And he's like, oh man, I don't feel real good, eh? I'm like, oh shit.
Starting to get real trippy.
Hey, that's what I felt like.
Penny
Look at you
today.
go, mate.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, geez, okay, bit of a predicament here. But at this point, I'm still thinking this is kind of fun. Like, I'm like, yeah, this is, sweet, whatever. Like, don't know what I just had, but things were still fun.
Yeah.
They were just a bit weird, you know. And anyway, we've got into this club, and I'm just going like deeper and deeper. And I just remember I started fully like seeing people that weren't there. This will tell us when it was. It was when the new James Bond movie had just come out with that Daniel Craig.
Yep.
Yeah.
Casino Royale was the first one, wasn't it?
Anyway, the reason I remember that is because I'm in this club, and I turned around, and like at the table where I was sitting, Daniel Craig sitting there.
You saw Daniel Craig?
No way, Daniel Craig sitting. and I start just, man, it was, the walls started just caving in on me, and I was just like, oh man, this isn't, it's starting to get a bit gnarly.
Deep.
But the kicker for it, and still, I'm just thinking, like, they've just given us something.
Yep.
And they just want to have fun and whatever. I wasn't that mad at this point, but
had you queried them about it?
Yeah. Honestly, I can't remember much. It's kind of like flashbacks. It wasn't. Yeah, I've just got vivid flashbacks from the night. But one thing I do remember really clearly, and I wasn't tripping, is this Swedish dude was dancing with one of the girls, and I saw her because he was munted, like he
cooked.
Yeah, he's fully cooked.
Fried egg.
And I've seen her grab into his pocket and take his wallet out of his pocket.
Wow.
I'm like, okay.
See what's going on here.
I know what's going on here. Yeah. So, and I'd heard stories like this before. You know, I think it's pretty common, like this sort of thing. So, anyway, I've just gone into like, okay, I've got to get out of here mode, because you know they just want to rob me basically.
Yeah.
And they were all in with the security and stuff. Like they were
syndicates.
Yeah, they were in. They were the friends with the security, and like I tried leaving, and they were like getting aggressive with me. I'm like, what do you mean? Like I just want to like
go.
Like I guess they were turning it around on me, like I was too sloppy and this and that. And anyway, it became this massive ordeal. And I said to the dude, I go, mate, you just got robbed. And I'm like, and I said to the other chick, I'm like, I saw what you just
went down.
I saw what happened. I'm just going to go, like, just good luck, you know. Anyway, I got out of there, and you know what Brazil's like, Ipanema's like at 3 in the morning. It was like 3 in the morning at this point.
Where you don't want to be.
And you're like right on the edge of the favela. Like those streets between the favela and the hotels is like gnarly.
No man's land.
Yeah, you can very easily end up with a gun in your face. And I'm just like, I didn't even know which direction I was going. I just started running through the streets. I knew I had to go that way somewhere. And yeah, man, I just bailed back home, like tripping.
What about
the whole
the Swedish
time.
dude?
Good luck to him.
Oh, wow.
Well, he got robbed. I know that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's
he's
it.
probably
Well,
fine.
as far as you're aware, robbed of his, wallet.
So
maybe
we've
not
just
of his
proven that both
kidneys.
Lackey and Simo are the same. It's every man for himself in
yeah.
certain situations.
I gave him a heads up, but he wasn't very well.
They clearly didn't read our whiteboard today, Shana. We got, team effort. Support your mates.
Yeah, so no, that was a funny. Well, at the time, it was a pretty intense experience. But for me, the craziest part was just getting home at 3 a.m. through those streets, like by myself. It somehow ended up there.
But trust the girl from Ipanema.
Yeah, that was a funny one. But memories, eh?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Sort of another direction I want to take you because you and your brothers sort of pioneered it in terms of bodyboarding. Is Great Barrier Reef up north.
Where?
Yeah. Well, at least we can talk. We can say the Great Barrier Reef. We're not going to say anywhere else.
Yeah,
but we can
It's a big place, mate.
It is a big place.
It is a big place. Yeah.
Be seen from the moon, apparently. So haven't been there, but
to the moon.
yeah.
No, I had some really special times up there over the years. Yep.
So how did, again, we don't want to peel back too many layers about it, but was it fishing that took you there in the first place, or was it a dream, and it was just a bit of it?
We'd always, it's funny because, again, Dad, we grew up in a surfing family and we'd sort of, over the years, even as like kids, I think there was a newspaper article about it once. Like, I'm talking when I was like 15 or so. And I remember Dad had the newspaper article, or he might have even kept it or something. There was definitely, I remember that. There was the significance that we kind of knew there was waves up there. And, Nick and I definitely throughout the years were always trying to find new places to go and, places that hadn't been bodyboarded that much.
Yeah.
Like Micronesia at the time hadn't been very much and, those sorts of places. And it was always on our minds, like there's got to be waves up there. And we just didn't know when or how or, all the pieces, we didn't know how that all came together. And then at some point there was a trip that Surfing Life did with a few local dudes like Asher and Kersey and that.
Yeah, right.
Did a trip up there. And straight off the back of that, Riptide sort of jumped on it. And we're like, okay, let's get the Ormerod boys up there. So who'd we go? It was me, Nick, Kingy, Jake Stone, and Alex, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
He was shooting? Yep.
Yeah. Pretty sure that was just for us. And then Alex. Yeah. So we got on they chartered a boat and that sort of thing. And we went up there and we got pretty good waves. We did get good waves, but it very, like, the way it is up there, it
tidal.
Just turns on and off and, like, you got to be really onto it. And, you got to jump on it. You can't just go there and expect to get waves. You've got to really watch the charts, jump on it. Well, you just got to be ready to go. And, anyway, we did get relatively good waves on that trip. And, that kind of just opened our eyes to what was available up there. But then we knew we'd only just scratched the surface. Like, we'd only just surfed this little,
one spot,
2 or 3 little reef passes. And, we started to do a bit more research and we figured out there was definitely some other spots around there that should be investigated. So that kind of just, at the time I had a boat too, which was very helpful. So
speaking like a detective, should be investigated.
But that's the best thing is like, that's one thing is like you guys kept that so under wraps.
Oh my God, yeah.
I wouldn't even know. It's like, I'd be surfing Kira. Where the fuck's Simo? Like, where are these guys? And lo and behold, yeah. But they just kept it so, and I reckon that's amazing.
Oh, yeah, man. So some of there's sessions, probably the best session I've had in my whole life with Deethy. It's just me and Deethy. Nick wasn't around on this particular trip. And all we've got to show for it is, well, nothing. It's just in our heads. And
I assume, Alex, did they run a thing on it in Rippy?
The Rippy trip, yeah. Yep. There was a little segment on
expose.
That. Yeah. Yep. Wasn't too revealing. But anyway, that just kind of kicked off. We started getting really kind of dialed into the swells and the conditions.
Yeah, because you've obviously done quite a few trips there now.
Yeah. Yep.
He's not saying too much. Look at
The
him.
detectives.
Done a couple.
Well, it really only gets properly good probably once a year.
Yeah.
Like, honestly. There definitely would be days where if you were just happened to be there, you'd sort of score a few hours here, a few hours there. But to get a proper swell and proper, like, magical conditions is probably once a year. Yeah, so we've tried to be on every one of those since. Yeah, might have missed a couple recently, but that's about it.
I heard there was one trip where something was left behind. That's something key.
Yeah, far out. So this was, I think, the first trip that we did by ourselves. So it was the first trip that we'd done in our own boat.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to explore a little bit and, kind of do it our way. And, as I said, it's one of those last minute things. It's like, okay, big swell pops up, conditions are good. Just got to kind of make it all happen within a couple of days max, And we decided we'll all go. We were going to do it, and it was myself, Nick, Jennings, and James Adams or Larry.
Yep.
You remember him?
Larry Bird.
Yeah, Larry Bird.
Yep.
Yeah, used to take photos. And we're like, righto, boys, we're on. It was all very last minute, we're sort of scrambling on the night before. I don't think we even left here until like 7 or 8 o'clock
At night.
at that night.
And it's a long drive.
It's a really long drive, and the weather, it was like a super, it was almost like cyclonic. It was like basically a cyclone hitting the Gold Coast. These big pine trees were falling down and stuff. It was gnarly. And we're
What
just
could go wrong?
yeah, what could possibly go wrong? So we've got out of here. We literally nearly couldn't get there because the highway, the Bruce Highway, was flooded. So we had to go around all these.
I mean, there were
It
a
was an
few
absolute-
warning signs.
It was an absolute mission. The universe was trying to tell us something, I think, on the way up there. But we finally got there early morning. So we didn't really sleep. I think we might have pulled up, tried to get an hour of sleep, like just in the boat or just in the car. It was pretty, getting ready, packing the boat up, and little detail was missing. Yeah,
Jingle.
yeah, boat key not there, and this was a new engine too. So this isn't just some old shitter engine. Like, hey, you're a bit late on that one.
Wow.
Yeah. Was there any way you could have like hot wired it or anything?
The old
or,
screwdriver on the starter motor trick.
like, you just couldn't do it. Yeah.
Well, there's a good ending to the story, but at the time, like, we're just freaking out. So everyone starts playing the blame game.
Yeah,
And,
bit of cursive.
Escalation.
Who was the blame? Who was the blame?
Oh, it was all me, but I'm getting defensive and Nick's blowing up, and I think we might have had a little bit of a tiff.
Aw.
Definitely was a bit of a tiff there.
Yeah.
And I just felt I was just in denial. I'm like, I can't believe we've come all this way through. Like, it was an absolute mission of a night. We finally get here. We're going to go and do this ourselves. We're going to go find these waves. And I just blew it. And I knew you only get one crack at it until next year. Like, that was it.
Yeah.
And I was in disbelief. And there was definitely probably half an hour of very tense
Awkwardness.
The boys were just so off it, like really off it. They were so off me.
Can't imagine Jennings would have been off it. Like, he's a really calm guy.
Oh man! And I just threw a Hail Mary out there. I just grabbed my key ring and just started trying every other key on my key ring. And
Fuck off.
yep, I just put a random key. I don't even know what it was. Definitely wasn't a boat key.
MJ reckons it was his
Might have been.
that got it going.
Might have been. Yeah.
No way.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had to
Jiggle in a bit.
use a bit of
Bit of force.
but I got the key in
Fuck off.
and it started and I'm like, boys, we're on. And
Imagine the mood change.
Oh, mate.
Similar to when you got that car started again in the desert.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we went through all the emotions in that 24-hour period. It was
Is it true you didn't actually turn the motor off? Because
no, we didn't.
Yeah.
Once it was on, it was staying on.
You were like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm not going to risk this.
No, not at all. It was like, we'll leave that thing running. It was pretty good on fuel. So we were like, yeah, we're not going to. You don't want to be all the way out there and not be able to start your boat.
Mate, you don't want to be in the water and not be able to start your boat. You don't want to be 5 metres offshore and not be able to start your boat.
Funny you say that. Wasn't there a time where the boat broke down?
Yeah, that was on another trip.
Yeah.
We've had some couple of crazy missions out there.
What's the thing about boats?
Best boat is someone else's boat.
It's pretty true. Yeah, there's always something going on.
Same with jet skis.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like I say, this wasn't. I wasn't going out there with some old shitter. Like it was a pretty much brand new. It was a 2008 engine.
Yeah.
This is in 2009. So, we just kind of got a raw deal on a couple of those trips as far as like the technicals and stuff. But yeah, we scored some fun waves. I think that particular trip with Jennings, it just was fun. Yeah, it got super fun waves. And then, probably the trip after that and then onwards from there, we've managed to get some really, really good waves. Yeah.
And you're still doing it now?
Haven't for a couple of years. Probably missed the last good swell up there. But we'll go up there again for sure.
Yeah.
Are you in on this next one, Lackey?
Yeah, I've never been. I've just
Doesn't get the invite.
No, I've had the invites along the way. Yeah, no, I've had the invites, but
Too far away from creature comforts up there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're always those trips where you don't sleep. You're just getting cooked. Like you're in the tropical sun. You come back absolutely wrecked every single time. Yeah, but
I can imagine the drive back. It'd just be
just
pure slavery.
Yeah, yep. But no, always. Yeah, we've definitely created some pretty cool memories up there. Been awesome.
The other thing you mentioned before, which we haven't sort of dove into, was Micronesia.
Yeah,
because it's not really a well-known.
Not in the Berg scene, really.
It's similar to Solomon's, right? Like you guys, you did both of those.
Well, P-Pass is pretty well known.
Yeah,
but it's not high up on that surf trip radar anymore.
Nah, that was another one of like it was a similar situation actually, because Surfing Life had done a story on it. I think with Margot and someone else, maybe. And
they all run out of the same office at the time.
And then Riptide's like, oh, we'll send some boys over there. So, we went there and I think we might have been the first bodyboarders to surf P-Pass. Like unofficially, that's what we were told. So, through the camp anyway. Like, I don't know, there's probably guys who've gone through on their own catamarans and stuff and done it. But, yeah, that place is amazing. Really, really sick wave. We surfed it that first trip, that Rippy trip. Didn't get that big. It was like sort of 3-4 foot, but just super mechanical, like, I don't know.
Mate, I remember the footage. It was so dreamy.
Just dreamy. Yeah, it was dreamy. It was just a shame we didn't get it bigger on that trip.
Was that what project was that in?
I think it was on a No Friends video.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was No Friends.
Yeah.
Might have been 9.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't Decade.
Yeah. There was, because Liam came with us, Liam O'Brien, and he was shooting for No Friends then. Yep. So, really super fun trip, that one. And then we actually went back there a year or two later and stayed there for like 6 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was a month.
And you actually stayed in the villages, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't stay at the camp. We just stayed with the locals. Well, with a local family, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. But on that other trip, we actually got pretty solid on the other trip. Yeah. But it's a fickle spot. You get a lot of wind and stuff there. Yeah.
Mate, we're going to take the spotlight off you a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because it's not always about you. Again, you've come from a pretty successful family of talented blokes. Obviously, we've barely scratched the surface with Alex as well, who is an incredibly accomplished photographer. Also surfed our country. in the armed services, but also a bit of creative genius. But Nick, also professional bodyboarder, had some great success at big events and also charging big surf, which evidently led to a pretty serious injury.
Yep.
And I think everyone has obviously seen the trailer and the crowdfunding campaign for a documentary called Fragor. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so...
I know we've spoken to you about it before, Matt, as well. So
that was obviously a pretty pivotal moment for Nick, that injury.
No big deal, broke his back.
Snapped his spine. I don't know whether he ever put out or anyone ever put out the actual x-rays of it, but holy shit, like when you see that, it's just like, how the hell are you still walking? Like you look at those x-rays. I remember the first time I saw it and I just couldn't hold it together.
Couldn't figure it out.
Oh, I was...
Emotional wreck.
Yeah, I was like, wow. But yeah, he obviously got through the initial moment, and to be even walking was a pretty big deal. And then, sort of went through that whole, just went through hell basically. So, I know more recently, there'd been talks about doing some sort of project. People had hit him up about doing it. I think a few different people had hit him up about doing it over the years. And he wasn't sure if he really wanted to do it. Like, it's personal. Yeah. But it's also, he didn't feel like he really had the right to do it, or it's one of those things. He's pretty humble dude. So I think part of him was like, I don't know if I really, why me? A lot of people have stories, but he really, he's got a legit lived experience, like a real legit story there, because, it wasn't just the injury. It's really talking about the whole journey afterwards. Like a lot of, severe mental health issues that went along with it, which he'll talk about a lot. And I think just having to really rewire the way he thinks about stuff. And because there was a long period of time there where he just couldn't get out of his head, why did I do this? He couldn't stop blaming himself for doing that. It's just like, well, you can't, it's easy to say to someone, you can't live in the past, you can't do that. But, when you're living with that, the impacts of it, it's hard to just be like, okay, well, I'll stop thinking about it. You just don't so he did a lot of work on himself, and he's come out the other end, and that's kind of what the doco's about. So,
have you been able to see any of the footage, or
no? Probably no more than what's been put out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you discussed it with him though?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Just sort of talking about different ideas and how they were going to sort of portray it and how they're going to do it. Yeah. No, I can't. I mean, it'll be awesome to see, but at the same time, it'll be pretty
harrowing. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, for sure. It'd just be like to sort of see how hardcore it was for him, because we've always been pretty close. But it's probably one of those things too. It's almost like a cleansing sort of a thing.
Yep. Healing, part of the healing process. Yep.
Yeah.
And where's Nico now? Where's he based?
He's down on the south coast.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's he doing down there?
He's down there. He's living with his partner Deb and little Grommy.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's his recovery been?
Sorry?
How's his recovery been?
Mate, he's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. Like he surfs most days. Yeah. Like
stand up or bodyboarding?
Yeah, on the stand up. Yep. But yeah, like I think for him a big part of that recovery was actually shifting the focus away and having a kid as well. Yep. Little Valley, little boy, because it sort of got his focus away.
So Nick's got a son. Al's got a couple.
Two little girls.
Yep. And here you are.
I've got a dog.
What have you brought to the family?
I've got a dog, mate. Yeah, no, I'll just be Funkle Simo, I think.
Uncle Simo.
Mate, I'm not sure they'll let you near a schoolyard introduce yourself as that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I won't. Nah, bad idea. But no, he's loving life down there. He's in a little town just north of Ulladulla. Yep. Little beach town there. heaps of sick waves around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really cool spot to have little kids and stuff down there. They live right on this lake, and yeah, it's cool. Really cool spot.
Mate, and where are you at with your bodyboarding now? Because obviously, you know, I wouldn't say it's an end of a chapter. It's something you continue to do for the rest of your life. How's your drive? Like
very rarely. Yeah, look, it's always going to be there because it's, you know, it was such a big part of my life, and I loved it to death, you know. But there was a period of, you know, after I sort of stopped bodyboarding, I barely even surfed at all for years, apart from doing the trips up north and that sort of thing.
Right.
Because I just didn't want to. I don't know. I just got over it. I just cooked myself. I guess you do everything so long and so hard, and then it's sort of all over, and you're like, oh, I kind of got right into fishing, and yeah. So for a few years there, I barely
and then right into crypto.
A little bit into that too. That's another rabbit hole.
We need some hot tips, mate. We need to fund the podcast for the future.
I'm not talking about crypto.
Where do we put our money?
I'm not. Definitely not. But no, as far as booging goes, I still whip it out every now and then.
Hang on, what are you whipping out here, mate? Hang on,
the old boogie.
Yeah, we're talking about bodyboarding.
Yeah, but mostly
Funkle Simo whipping things out.
Where did I see you last time? It was
maybe behind the rock.
Yeah, it was a really good draining day. Yeah. I think you got some sick ones.
Yeah, I got one really good one. Yeah.
It's just like jumping on a bike.
Yeah. No, I got one really good one. I did a fucking terrible spin at the end though.
Yeah.
I just got tubed for ages. I got tubed for like 10 seconds and then I thought I'll just whip a little spin in the pocket. It just didn't happen. It's a bit three-dimensional.
That's the one thing Barney told me years ago was as you get older, you just start looking for the barrel.
Yeah.
And it's so true. It's just
100%.
Yeah, you just want to get pitted.
And mate, he's good at that.
Oh yeah, tube troll.
He loves it. Yeah. But no, I surf on a stick a fair bit now. Yeah, out there on the 20 and mix it up a little bit. All over, yeah. D-bar, the points. And, you know, it's sort of when I first started surfing on a stick, I sort of thought to myself, okay, I'll surf when it's small and fun and then I'll pull the berg out when it gets, you know, when Kira's good or something. But I just kind of want to, you know, it's just that normal progression.
Different challenge.
Yeah, it's just a challenge. So I sort of, even when Kira and that's on, I just take the stick out and try and get tubes standing up. Yeah, heaps of fun.
Tubes.
But you know, if the reef or somewhere turns on, especially up north, because that's pretty serious up there, definitely be pulling it out for that.
I mean, you're basically red carpet royalty down at Kingy.
Yeah, I don't even know half the guys surf out there anymore.
I don't think anyone does.
I don't care. I'll just paddle out there anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't you know who I am? Mate, we're going to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I'm losing my voice.
Rookie.
Yeah.
But, mate, one thing we do at the end of all our potties is basically run through a whole bunch of quick fire questions.
Mm-hmm. Get to know you a bit better.
Yep.
Right.
You know, peel the Band-Aid off, etc., etc. So Shane and I are just going to go one after the other for you. You ready? Your time starts.
Okay.
Now, favourite band?
I'm not really a favourite band kind of guy.
God, he sucks at this, doesn't he?
No, I do. I do suck at this. I don't do favourites.
Like
really.
he was the same.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm exactly the same.
But if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with something like Metallica, like old school Metallica.
Right, you're gonna. They're coming to Oz next year. You going?
I've seen them before.
Yep.
Don't know. Maybe. Yeah.
$350 ticket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Favourite film?
Oh, probably Interstellar.
Great film.
Yeah.
How many times have you watched it?
3.
And how? I mean, that's basically 9 hours of your time gone right there, and it still makes you think.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mind bender.
I'm horrible with movies and that.
It's one of the most.
I am a bit too. I'm kind of like you. I don't really.
But yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to try.
It's probably from a
it on my list.
scientific perspective, it's probably one of the most accurate space films.
Yeah, right.
In terms of what they're trying to.
It's just a cool concept.
Yeah, right.
Makes you think a little bit.
Yeah.
Ridiculous cinematography.
And the music.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hans Zimmer.
epic. Yeah. Hans Zimmer, yeah.
Yeah. Favorite car?
It'd have to be my car, which is a 200 series Land Cruiser.
Not the old,
Land Cruiser. No, don't go with the old ones.
Yeah.
not that old little red van you used to drive around.
Oh, the old work car. No. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Land Cruiser, eh?
Yeah.
Lucky?
Yeah. Yours got the twin turbo, doesn't it?
So what
Sure
year's
does.
yours,
Yeah.
Simo?
The one I got now is 2014.
Okay, yep.
Yep. Yeah, she's a beast. Like,
Can you
Didn't
even
buy it
find
off
a
Lucky, did you?
hey?
Didn't buy it. Not one of Lucky's
No. I don't sell to friends.
We know why.
Yeah.
As the bumper falls off
Is
20
there,
minutes down the
is there
road.
even a parking space for that out the front of your house here in Cooley?
On a very steep hill, yeah. I've got to
Jesus.
like crawl out of it, crawl into it. It's pretty full on.
Favourite TV show?
Oh, again. I'm not really a favourite TV show kind of guy, but I do love every now and then a good true crime.
Mate, you worked
miniseries.
for Ozstar for like a decade.
Yeah.
How did you pitch what
How could
people
you
are
say,
buying?
oh, you can come watch Sopranos or something like that?
Nah, true crime docu-series on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't have a
Signs
specific
for
one.
serial killer
All
kind of
those
stuff.
ones.
He's a big Ivan Milat fan.
Yeah, love him.
Yep.
Good bloke.
Favorite bodyboarding film?
Ooh, I'd have to say it'd be the early.
VHSs that you watched with Lackey in the caravan?
Yeah, well, they're the most nostalgic. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like Warped. That one got
Australia.
reruns.
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah.
And then probably again, I'm not being too specific here because I've already mentioned multiple, but those first maybe like No Friends 3, like the first couple of No Friends videos. No Friends 3 was sick, where they had the boat trip around the Mentawais.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yipper on that.
Yeah, that was an epic one.
Favourite film section?
Film section. Ooh,
We really break things down here.
yeah. I didn't even prepare for this, so you've got me. Oh, Mike Stewart, Back in Black. I don't even know what movie it's on. It's all Mexico. It's one of those American.
Oh, yeah. I know.
It was to AC/DC Back in Black. Mike Stewart.
Nice.
Was that one of the Rot videos?
Might have been, yeah. Or it might have been Serial Killers.
Serial Killers, yes. Yep.
Was it
He's
Serial
got
Killers?
the black rashy and the
Yeah, orange. Yep. Serial Killers. It's a good one.
Have you ever been mistaken for someone famous? I'm going to pull out someone that he kind of just resembles in bodyboarding circles these days. Got a little bit of Liam O'Toole in him now, doesn't he?
It's not quite red enough.
It's not
I
ginger
don't know
enough.
about that.
He's got a bit more ginge.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I
have you
don't know
seen
about
his
that.
beard?
Yeah.
Holy dude's
yeah.
rocking a lot more facial hair than me.
He's gone the Ned Kelly look.
Yeah.
He's still ripping.
Kurt
yeah.
Cobain?
Back in the day,
Yeah.
when I didn't have the facial
Probably
hair.
looked like Kurt Cobain when he was
I
walking
actually
back
did,
home from the streets of Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did when I first was with my missus, we went to like a fancy dress party and I went as Kurt Cobain.
There you go.
I did a pretty good one. No facial hair. Yeah. But there was a recent one actually, and where was I? I was at a surf club here somewhere on the Goldie, and the dude just looked at me straight up, like the dude serving. He's getting me a beer and he goes, "You're famous." I'm like,
Why, thank you.
"Excuse me, like, you talking to me?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, he goes, "Yeah, you're and I'm like, he's like, "Don't try and, don't try and get out of it." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You got Travis Fimmel from, because
That's not bad.
what's that
Vikings.
show?
Vikings?
Yeah, but more recently, the Boy Swallows Universe.
Oh, yes.
It was just on Netflix at
Yes.
the time and it was everywhere.
That's not bad.
And
I like that.
yeah, he thought I was that
I
dude
could see,
because
yeah.
he apparently was rocking around the coast.
Yeah.
And he was convinced that was me. I was like, "Mate, I'm definitely not him." But I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It's a good one.
Yeah, he's a legend, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drives old 40 Series Land Cruisers and he's got that beer company called Traveller.
Oh, does
Oh,
he?
right.
Traveller.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He seems like a good bloke.
Oh, no, he is. Yeah, full on Aussie legend.
Is he one of your fans on Rust with Trust?
I think he is.
Is he?
I don't know. Just a casual
If he's
name
not, he
drop.
should be. No, I don't know if he is, actually.
Yeah.
First board.
Fuck. I think the first board was, if we're not counting, it was that time. So that was I think it was a Wave Rebel.
Nice.
Might have been a Noah McGee model.
Wow, that's not a bad first board, mate.
Yeah.
And then you had the Ocean and Earth.
Then we had, Ocean Earth.
I swear
ones with the,
I
like-
do remember. Maybe I do remember Noah McGee one with the 3 colours.
Yep. It didn't last long. It got stolen.
From Fingal.
No, it was at Luca.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, that was the first. But then I didn't have it long, and then I got an Ocean Earth Razor or something.
With the embossed deck? Like
Yep.
that grippy
Yeah,
deck
it
stuff?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick and I both got one each.
Yellow and a blue one,
Yeah,
eh?
you got a blue one. I got a yellow one. Yeah. Hard, slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like super. Like had a little bit of like already kind of concave in it.
Yeah,
like it was
The rails had a
It was like
concave.
pre-banana.
Yeah.
Like it was
They were pretty.
yeah.
Pretty.
Favorite wave.
Yeah,
He
probably.
gave me a deep, dirty look then, as if like you don't ask
You
me
don't
that
have to
question.
name it.
Yeah.
Blink twice.
Probably some of the waves up north for stuff.
That's okay.
Yep.
We get the gist.
Move on quick.
Yeah.
Favourite move?
Oh, gee, it's been a while, but probably I used to love doing air forwards.
Mate,
That was my favourite.
There's not enough of them in the sport anymore, is there?
Was it hard?
Yep.
And they
Yeah.
just feel so good. And they're just such a functional, flowing move. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to love them.
Yeah.
Favorite surf trip? Up north.
Yeah, well, definitely.
It's in the mix.
Again, I'm always giving you a couple of options here, but for different reasons, different trips are good, obviously. But probably like the most impactful were like the first Hawaii seasons. Because it's just like, especially that first season where you're just like, what?
Mind blown.
Fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everything's there. And it's just like, you're looking at all these places that you've only seen in magazines.
Yeah.
And the people, like, it's just like,
But
whoa.
but it's
And
three-dimensional.
It's all right
Yep.
there. It's still so
Yeah.
close. Yeah.
And at that time as well, it would have been a lot of D-bar crew heading over?
Yeah, there was a few, not a lot.
Not a lot?
There's a lot of Aussies though.
Yeah.
And that was the other good thing is because like you're meeting all these young crew from all over the place, WA and South Coast. And yeah, it was really cool just to sort of experience it all together. Like we're all pretty fresh and like working it out and shitting ourselves and trying not to get bashed. And yeah.
Remember that time I rocked up with the bald head?
Yes. Oh my God.
I remember you losing it.
But you just shaved your head.
I got a long neckline.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was
said to this chick,
classic.
could you just trim this up? Anyway, she had these clippers and, mate, she just went bald straight up the back. So I just said to myself, I should have let it grow out.
Yeah.
But I just said, we'll just do the rest. And it was just
So did she fuck it up?
Oh, she
And she's like, oops, or
yeah, I don't know what she was thinking, but I had to go skin bald.
Yeah.
And then I just remember, it was white pasty.
Yeah.
And I just remember running over to their joint and just running in the house. I just remember Simo losing it. He couldn't
like
comprehend.
Just looked like a thumb with like this this is like a really pronounced like hairline, like a cartoon.
Yeah.
fucking funny.
My hairline pretty much ends at the back of my ankles. But I've got a weird head and it was nowhere to hide. I was wearing a beanie.
Fuck, that was classic. Yeah. Yeah, those first trips were gold. I remember the first night we landed in Hawaii, we hadn't booked, we didn't know where we were staying. Like we literally get there, you get there at like 11 at night. And we're like, okay, we need to go to Pipeline. That's literally what we said to the dude, like, take us to Pipe. Like, yeah, okay. And
okay, arsies.
and we piled into, I think the cheapest option was a limo because you could fit more people in. So a bunch of us, I think Rollins was there and Sanger. And we just piled into this freaking limo. Rollins obviously had been there a couple of times. He already had his shit sorted out, but we had no idea what we were doing. And we ended up sleeping in the park at Pipe for the first night, and it was raining. Yeah, and people were like, we got a bit scared, so we went down into the sand dunes and slept on the beach, and then just woke up, like we didn't really get much sleep, and then just, did the whole strip with all our bags all up to Waimea and stayed at the backpackers there. Yeah, on the point. And those first few trips were just full of like little adventures like that. It was pretty cool.
Favorite board?
Ooh, favorite board. I think we mentioned it before, probably just as far as like having an impact on
A custom.
Yeah, the Maz.
Yeah, just that first custom board and just how magical it was.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon that was like it was a pivotal moment
Yeah,
for all our little crew.
yeah.
You still have it?
Nah.
I swear someone's got it.
Really?
I swear
I don't
someone's
know what
got it.
happened to it.
Dion, Dion.
Drop me down.
Myers.
Yeah, Dion Beck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I swear it rings a bell that someone told me that they have that board.
Oh, really? Yeah, right. I'd love
Mate,
to
it's
I know.
now going to be in the audio universe, mate. It'll come back like a boomerang.
Yeah, that was for those reasons. That was a cool board. Yeah, but obviously, I kind of stuck with for a long time there. I just kind of stuck with my shape. Like once I had my shape, and that was it. But that one just opened up a whole other universe. I was like, wow,
for everyone.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, that pretty much wraps things up.
Reece.
Yeah, so on behalf of Shane and myself and the rest
Ben's
of the...
going to actually corner you now and talk about those couple of boards that you found.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not fucking leaving here.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, but mate, on behalf of Shane and myself, the rest of the Closeout crew, thanks for your time.
No worries. Good to catch
I
up.
know
with
it's
you
hard
boys.
to get you out of your crypto dungeon.
It was great
Mate.
catching up with you that night at the pub too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Such a random
there
sort of
was a
thing
random
happened.
encounter.
Yeah.
But look, here we are now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Mate,
Right.
sorry it's been so long since we've touched base.
Oh, mate. Like I say, I just kind of once I was done. I just
Yep.
walked away, and
Yeah.
that's just how it was.
Yeah.
Everyone just
But,
starts living life,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, good to see you guys for
Thanks.
sure.
Awesome. So also thanks to you, Gleb.
Yep, too easy.
It's always a pleasure.
Always keep it this close to my house, please.
Yeah, sure. But also big shout out to all the guys behind the scenes, Michael Jennings, Sammy and Chris Watson, Rob Porteous, Mark Britton.
Look at the enthusiasm on his face, Rick. These days.
Yeah.
Said it like 5
You're
times
done today, Benny. You are cooked.
I'm cooked. I've only been here for how long? An hour.
Yeah, also thanks to our listeners. So cheers. See you next time.
Cheers, guys.